And his new book is called Partners in Pleasure, and I would suggest that anybody in a relationship out there today go out and pick up a copy of this. It may reorient your gyro, make you differently, and it may help your relationship last. I wish I had read this book years ago, personally, honestly. Stick it out. Marriages improve with age. 86% of those who say they stayed in a bad marriage reported 5 years later that they were very happy with their marriage.
Isn't that good news? Stick it out. Have you ever heard this? Well, we're going to divorce for the children. You never divorce for the children. You don't do divorce for them. You do it to them. It's called the sleeper effect. Later on, you will pay. You will pay for that. Children of divorce have trouble in their own marriages, tend to be more promiscuous, tend to have children out of wedlock. I'm not here religiously. Does everybody hear that? I'm not pushing religion on you, and I'm not criticizing people who've had to get a divorce. But that statistic is crucial. It says at the verge of divorce, they stuck it out. And that high percentage says, now we're happy, and that's the best we ever made.
Well, today we have several couples who came here for your help, Dr. Broussard. They want help in making their relationships last a lifetime. Let's get started. Please welcome Nancy and her husband, Renee, to the show. How you guys doing? Now, you know, Jeff Paul said, Renee, you know, it's us Neanderthals and all problems, so we're not going to talk to you, Nancy. What's the problem in your relationship?
No, he's definitely not the problem. He should be married to himself.
He should be married to himself?
If I could be him, yeah, I should be him. We've only been married for 4 years. We've got 3 children. We have no time for each other. And the bit of time that we do have, it's like we're at each other's throat all the time. And I love him to death, and I don't want that to be our relationship, constantly fighting. I want us to have good times and fun, and I want to be with him forever, but I want it to be memorable times.
Happier than it is.
Yeah. Let me ask a question about this always fighting, always fighting. What are you always fighting about? Renee, what about?
Just nitpicking, you know, just
Time.
You know, I don't know, just I think stress has a lot to do with it. You know, just
it's true
a lot of
you
things
said
on your
about
mind.
society. You know, because I'm a stay-at-home mother. He works 2 jobs. So I'm mom 24/7. My job doesn't end.
Yep.
He comes home. He has a few hours in between going to his other job, and I guess I'm a little jealous of the time that he got.
Fighting is not dangerous to your health or to your children. When we interviewed the children, we said, if your parents are fighting like they are, would you sooner have them stay together or separate? Every time, stay together. They care less that you're in the same bed than that you stay together forever. Secondly, to answer your question, you're going to get mad at me about this, Montell. I have no sympathy for this guy. We all work really hard. I'll get that just the back door. I'll get that just the back. He's bigger than me, Montell.
He is way bigger. I'm going to try to back you up. He's bigger than me.
Get my back on this. I'll ask the audience, who uses more words per day, men or women?
Oh, it's no question women do.
Wrong, wrong, wrong. What? Talk show host. Men use more words. These are all the myths you've seen on TV.
Wait a minute, they're always dip.
No, because that's because men have used up all their words at work.
Okay.
By the time they get home, they're gone. So you get the Clint Eastwood response, right? Yep. And the danger with that is as soon as you criticize that, you get in a man's face. How do we deal with that? Okay, I'm shutting you out. I'm going to kick back. We all work hard. You're going to hear that all the time here today. So I'm saying, and I mean this politely, because you have to endure my Hawaiian joking here, grow up. I mean, you made a decision to marry. There's nothing harder in this world than marriage. Stop fighting when you can. Yes, he's exhausted, but we're all in that position. That's our society today. So the choice is, do we trash our marriage for this, or do we say this? And my recommendation to you, there will be a sacred time in this relationship. Not bothered by kids, not bothered by phones. We will not answer the phone. I have to strip some of my patients to check that they got their beepers hidden in their sock. They got beepers that don't answer the phone during dinner. Nothing disrupts our time. What you need is time alone to not be pressured, to not be thinking about the kids. So if you fill that sacred time with, now we're going to have our communication, you know what you're going to do, don't you? You're going to argue. Now that we're here, big mouth, I'm going to tell you, or you're going to go over kids' problems or financial problems. You say, what we're going to do is sit. I don't care if it's putting together a puzzle, watching TV, looking at each other, holding each other, or making love, whatever it is. It's our time. Nothing. Now, I had a man call me after one of the shows. We talked about this. And he said, during our sacred time, my uncle died, and they called up and they said he was dead. I didn't get the call. The sacred time. I said, is he still dead? He's still dead. Don't answer the phone. That's our time. I don't care what you do. It's ours.
And, okay, we'll take a break. I'm going to take a break on this, but we'll come back to this point. He's also saying you can also, just like the two of you have sat there for the last 3 minutes, you're leaning against your husband a little bit. You just are barely touching him, but the two of you have not said a word to each other. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with a couple being, that's really the test.
Absolutely.
That's the test to see how much you really care about the other person. If you can sit in a room with no television, no stereo on, and just have that person that you love sitting there with you and feel the comfort of that person not even opening their mouth. Don't even look at them. But you feel good about having that person there, and I can sit there and think to myself about the issues that I have, but I know you're there. That's the test of love.
And medically, your heart will connect.
Take a break. We'll be back right after this.
I have an intimacy problem. I pull away from him when he tries to be intimate with me.
And there's never been a man died of lack of sex.
Are you kidding me? I heard there was this thing.
Yes.
Wait.
Are you all right?
Wait.
Kohl's grand opening sale starts this Friday at 8 a.m. and all our stores will be celebrating the openings of our newest Kohl's locations with incredible savings on hundreds of items store-wide. Save 20 to 50% on brands for the whole family like Lee, Speedo, Fieldcrest, and many more. Plus, every time you use your Kohl's charge through Monday, you'll get an extra 10% off all regular and sale price merchandise. The grand opening celebration starts this Friday at 8 a.m. at all Kohl's stores. Kohl's, that's more like it.
Our old auto insurance was such a deal until we filed a claim.
You get what you pay for.
So we switched to Nationwide. Picture this. Good price, great service.
24-hour claims. 3 ways to do business.
Over the phone, over the web, over the desk. You're all set. Love this guy. Want a company that'll be there for you?
The number's on the screen.
See an agent, call, or log on to get Nationwide on your side.
If you've been injured on the job, call 1-800-WORKERS. At 1-800-WORKERS, we can assist you with your workers' compensation claim. It's your right to choose your own doctor and to be paid for your time off work. We can help you get your benefits started, get you the medical treatment you need, and help you get what you deserve. Call 1-800-WORKERS. If you need a doctor, we can help. If you need an attorney, we can refer you to one. Call 1-800-WORKERS now. Office is located in Dallas. 1-800-WORKERS. Our job is helping injured workers.
When he was born, his mother was behind bars, and his father had been murdered. Then, things got even worse. His childhood was filled with constant abuse by a horrible foster mother.
She beat you unconscious.
He not only survived, he has become a huge success, attracting even Hollywood's attention.
Denzel Washington is a director of a feature film based on this book.
How did he do it? Meet the selfless people who helped him when no one else would. The Miraculous Life of Antoine Fisher, next Montell.
You say in this book called Partners in Pleasure, and I'm going to say again, if you are in a relationship right now, whether you're married or you're beyond the just dating stage, I suggest you run out and grab a copy of this book. I wish I would have read this book a couple years ago. It may have saved me some of my plight that I've gone through. It says, a couple that laughs together stays together. Very interesting. If there is one clear indicator of two persons engaged in pleasure partnership and learning to think with one mind, it is the couple that laughs together often and hard.
Humor is magical, and I don't mean to be vulgar, but it's very much like sex. Think of it. Somebody tells you a joke, and you start to go, and you really laugh, and then you, and you go down like that, all right? Laughter is very good for you.
Yeah, it is. And if you do it with someone else, come back over here to Nancy and Renee. There's some other issues, though, okay? And it's the time thing, right? You got a time issue. What's the other issue? Nancy?
Starts with R.
There's a lot of issues.
Well, let's roll out a few of them. How about romance?
Yeah. I'm a very romantic person.
What does that mean when you say that?
Romantic?
No, when a woman says that, in couples, the woman will say, you know, I'm a very romantic person.
Okay.
And he's not. And then we find out that, let's talk about what is romantic. When is the last time, I'm just going to jump, see, you beat me up, okay? Come after me after I get done. When's the last time you bought your husband some flowers? When is the last time that your husband came home from a hard day of work, working 2 jobs, and you had petals of roses laid out on that bed? You were laying on that bed in a teddy? When's the last time when's the last time he came home from work and you just met him at the door? I mean, not even thinking about sex, just met him at the door, grabbed him by his face, gave him a big kiss and said, you know, I miss you. I said, I'll see you in a little bit. I got to go back to the kids. When's the last time you did that?
Valentine's is our anniversary, and I had a nice candlelit dinner for us.
So one time a year?
No.
Yes. And now you said what about him not being romantic? Explain him not being romantic now.
Well, like when we first started dating, you know, he'd have Luther Vandross on or something when I'd come over, and just little things like that.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And when's the last time you had Luther Vandross playing when he came in the door?
For our anniversary.
See, okay, so Paul, I'm sorry, I got to make this point because I hear this all the time on the show from women who say, you know, he's just not romantic. He just doesn't do anything with me. I love romantic men, yet there's not, most of the women out here aren't thinking of a damn thing to do to their husbands or their boyfriends that's romantic.
Montell, when I was watching the men here, they're thinking, if I came home and my wife has rose petals laying on that floor, I'm going to wonder what the heck is going on here anyway. Because there's a difference in how we communicate, isn't there? My wife, for example, when she wants to get my attention, does it by, and women will all understand this, they do it by questions. For example, she'll say to me, Dr. Pearsall, you know you're in trouble when they use your title
baby.
like that?
Yeah,
You know, is that your underwear on the floor? What does that mean, women? Pick it up. Now, if it's not my underwear, I have questions for her, of course, at that point. Yeah.
It's not mine.
It's not, I said it's Montell. It's Montell. It can't be mine. But the point is,
how close we are.
but the problem is that, and where I'm disagreeing with my dear friend, is that's not the way he views it. He doesn't need the candlelight. You do. I'm not diminishing the importance of that. So that sacred time sometimes is to say, look, I don't care if you want to do it. It means something to me. And you have to say, that means a lot to her. If it's marriage, then you do that. I know if you're going to get her rollers and a vacuum cleaner for Valentine's Day.
And what did you get her for? Was it Valentine's Day or her birthday? What was the last gift? Christmas?
What did you buy her for Christmas?
What did you buy her for Christmas?
Curling iron and rollers for the hair. Blow dryer.
That's very romantic.
Yeah, and I bet you had a lot of fun that night.
But he's sitting there thinking, I don't get this. You know, I'm a good dad. I don't cheat. I don't drink. I love my wife dearly. I would do anything for her, and I believe that. So we're doing this with humor behind it, and I understand that.
He's good like that, but I just want the holding my hand when we go out, not like a limp fish.
That's the problem, and Montell picked up on it. You're sitting there like this, leaning him, and he's, as this conversation's gone on, he's almost fallen into the aisle. Like, I'm going out of here. But that's hard for him. And I wouldn't want to be on television saying to you, oh, you're going to go home and plan all these things out, because it's not, you are what you are.
I think it's your upbringing, too, because I'm the oldest of 9 children,
Absolutely.
and we've had a lot of love, and he's got one brother. He doesn't know that. And I'm trying to show him, and I want him to get it.
And you have to acknowledge that. That's all you can do, and say, look, I'll do my best. She's already given you the gift of, I know that's not you, but I need it. It's crucial to me, and that's what I meant by marriage is difficult.
Covered right here in this little section of your book they call We Are Marital Incompetence, Suffering from ADD, Affection Deficit Disorder.
ADD.
Your wife is suffering from affection deficit disorder. You need to figure out that and say, I want to fill that deficit.
If you came home from work and just took her hand, as Montell said, and just looked in her eyes and said, I love you, and let me ask you a very dramatic question. God forbid she would tell you today, I've got breast cancer. And the cure for it is you have to hold my hand 4 times a day. Would you do it? Of course. Start. It's that important.
Because she has ADD. We'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll meet a couple who feel more like their roommates than their husband and wife. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Right? Say we're going to have time for us.
It takes that. That's why Partners in Pleasure is based on a Hawaiian concept that's alien maybe to this audience. You've got to think us. Even our discussion, you heard I, me. That's the way we were raised over in this area. But you've got to think us. If he's at work, it doesn't take 2 minutes to call home. I'm thinking of you. I know that sounds corny, but if you heard how serious I made it, but if she had breast cancer, you'd do it, man. And people, when I saw the couples with seriously ill spouses, that's when they start to show the love. So it's not, you're not going to change your life. If I said, I'll tell you what, sir, retire now and just go home. You got to eat. You're going to have to work. So if you've got to think, set your watch with an alarm if you've got it. When that alarm goes off, call home. That's all you got to do is call home and say, thinking of you. Because marriage has to come first. It's more important than children. People joke about divorce. We should view it as a screw-up. I messed up. But now we accept it. How many divorces you've had? 17? I'm so proud of it.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Well, please, let me just please welcome Susan and her husband Dan to the show. Because you're on the idea of divorce. I'm going to come to you, Susan. We are on the verge of something in this relationship, are we not? This word divorce is not that foreign from your vocabulary.
No, in fact, I'm usually the one that brings it up.
And why? You've been married now for what, 10 years?
We've been married. Well, this is going to be our 10-year anniversary.
I feel like I'm a roommate to him. There's no
When's
romance.
the last time the two of you were intimate together?
It's been long
Years.
time. Yeah.
Now, right there is, okay, but keep going. What is wrong?
Well, I guess the romance. There's no romance there. And every time I bring up romance, he brings up sex. And sometimes I want romance without sex. And he always says, well, isn't romance sex? And I don't think it has to be.
That's
about
a debate
sex.
we heard hundreds of times.
I got to take a break, but I'm going to take it right on that.
Okay.
Because when we come back, we've got to show clearly, and this is a, you know, Neanderthal testosterone estrogen thing in a way.
Yeah.
Because sometimes men who don't understand it will think when their wife says, I really want to be romantic tonight, that means he thinks it's time to come in and jump. And it's not necessarily time to come in and jump. It's time to come in and we'll talk about it. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back right after this. Right? You're still in love with your husband, but it's just lost? What?
He's my soulmate. I mean, he's my hero. I look at him that way.
Mm-hmm.
But you're saying that it feels differently. You're saying, I respect him, he's your life, but whatever that spark was, whatever that you want to feel, isn't there.
Exactly.
Do you feel the same?
Oh, I definitely love her. I wouldn't be with her for 10
Well, she
years.
loves you too, but that's what Montell's pointing out here. Nobody's questioning the love. But she's saying, he's my soulmate, he's everything to me, but we're still distant. Do you feel that distance too?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why do you think it exists?
I don't know. Just seems like we found in a rut, you know. I go to work, come home, we do our own things. And,
You got it. You absolutely got it. Let me just tell you as a researcher now, all relationships begin with attraction. That's easy. Matter of fact, if a woman has a face that looks like Mickey Mouse, you'll probably marry her. Isn't that dangerous research? High cheek, little prick nose, Mickey Mouse face, she's pretty, I'll marry her. Man got wide shoulders, he's a hunk, I'll take him. That's easy. Then there's infatuation. You can't do anything wrong. He's my hero. He is so beautiful. He does belch a lot, but aside from that, he's a perfect man. And she's so perfect, and he can't find his underwear in the drawer, and I got to do it. Then comes the key time. 7-year hitch. Anybody ever heard that word? Not itch, hitch. It takes 7 years to be married. And at that time, a transition happens. And you either become just such good friends, and it sounds like that's what you're saying, just totally good friends, but we're not lovers anymore. And when you're not lovers anymore, that's due to the fact of marital neglect, of affection deficit disorder. You come to feel as you behave. Did everybody hear that phrase? Psychology has been the reverse. If I feel love, I'll hold you. Start holding. What you do, and I know as silly as it's going to sound to you, two of you, it's going to be awkward and embarrassing to do it. But you say, we need to make that contact, body to body. Montell knows, we did a show a while ago on the fact that the heart literally thinks. If you'll give those hearts a chance, not because it's a metaphor or poet or new age crap, but if you'll give your hearts a chance, they will reattach. Just like a mother will say about her daughter. Any moms here? Any mothers in this audience? Do you feel totally connected to your children? No matter where they are. You give that a chance, that romance will go back. But if you wait to say, well, the feeling's gone, I've got to feel it to do it. Are you understand what I'm saying? It won't come back.
It's like, he will give me a hug if I need it or anything.
And then maybe pinch your butt.
But yeah, exactly. You know?
But let's go back to what he said about attention.
I want to be hugged.
There's attention deficit, affection deficit disorder here. And the fact of the matter is, and I'm not trying to defend the Neanderthals in the world, but if he's not getting anything at all, he's going to go for any little thing that he can go for when he gets a chance to go for it. He does it subconsciously.
But that's what pushes me away.
So what you have to do is, you understand that now. Do you not, Dan? Now we talk about on national TV. Quick,
Yes,
broke
I
her
do
butt and she wants
understand
to
that.
just say, I don't feel good.
It's like you say, though. It's just a reaction.
But you know what? So now you have to work consciously at keeping your hands at bay.
Yeah.
And what the two of you have to remember is, just like Dr. Pearsall just said, it's your... Watch this. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up, both of you. Turn to each other. I want you to embrace your wife. Stop. 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 Walk around the couch that way. Walk around the couch that way. You walk over to that lady, touch her shoulder, walk back. By the time you come back in the middle, embrace each other. Just embrace each other. Look at each other, son. Don't bury your faces. Embrace each other. Look in the eyes. Let go. Let go. Come on up here. Susan, come on up here. Susan, come on up here. You stay over there, Dan. Shake Dr. Pierceau's hand for a second. Shake his hand. Go on back there, look right in your husband's eyes, and embrace him. Look in his eyes and embrace him. Let him go. Dan, come here. I mean, I'm doing this exercise.
You're going to make him hug me.
Yeah, no, shake his hand. Shake his hand. Now, walk back to your wife. This time, every time, now each time I've asked you guys to embrace each other, I don't know if everybody's always noticed it, you have hugged each other the exact same way. Exact same way. Now go hug your wife differently than you just hugged her. Differently. Find another place to put your arms, put your hands. But wait, that's right, your hands were above to begin with.
Mine were down here.
Yours were down.
Close to the butt.
Now, yeah, so, okay, so now, right now, I'm telling you, you can look at both of them are uncomfortable.
They're uncomfortable because, again, this is going to be very melodramatic for you.
Because I'm scared.
Yes, you are scared.
I'm scared he's going to do something I don't want him to do.
Just going to say, you could be a therapist. She's thinking, this is good on national television. Montell's not going to be home with us tonight. You aren't, are you?
That's right. No,
okay.
I'm chilling.
And it's frightening. So please, I said it today, in the beginning of the show, we'll use humor to help. I'm not diminishing the importance of this. Did you know how frightened she is doing that?
Yes, I can see
She's
it.
scared to death. So what you need to do is approach it that way. I'm going to give you an assignment based on the research. Reverse it. Go home tonight and you hug him the way you need to be hugged.
And this time when it happens, Dan, don't touch her.
That's right.
When she hugs you, and Susan, don't take it like he doesn't want affection. I'll show you a really good way to do that. Easily, stand facing me there. Susan, come up around on the side of him. Come over a little bit further, like right here. Come to the side of him and wrap your arms around him. Wrap your arms around him. Wrap your arms around him. Hold him the way you want to hold him. Now, all I want you to do is just touch your hands. That's it. That's all you get to do for the next week. And when you do it, this time, because, you know, you talk about who's uncomfortable, he's uncomfortable.
Sure he is.
Okay, so now, I really, just, you know, y'all stay here throughout the whole break. Don't move. I'll be back right after this. On a break, he wears a breathing apparatus device. And I'm sure that's not the sexiest thing on the planet.
That doesn't bother me.
But you know, that's exactly what I knew you were going to say.
Yeah,
so Dan, you got to understand something. It's like a person with a chronic illness. It's like a person who is ill, a person who's has a cold, a flu, or something like that. If your spouse if you're truly connected and you're truly in love, those things should not even enter into the relationship. You should be, I'm going to say it, there's national TV, I can say this, you should be able to make love with that apparatus on your face. Why not?
Why? Because it's only 4 feet long.
So, yeah, but you know what?
Wait a minute. What was that he talking about?
The apparatus on his face. Whole bunch of men in America were like, where's there? No, but even though, so I mean, you know, I'm not saying every night of the week, but I mean, why not just, you know, throw precaution to the wind.
But did you hear the mistake he made? It's only 4 feet, you know, I can only move this far. I'm telling you, you've got to teach him.
Figure out how to...
You're not going to chase her around the bed, man.
I think I can
pick it up.
Yeah, let her make love.
Slide it over.
Men are better at making love than they are letting love be made to them. And we think we've got to do it. And it's very difficult for men to do that.
Susan, how do you feel after holding him now for about 4 minutes?
It's hard to describe. I feel like he's there, but not totally there. And it's like I'm trying to grab him really, really hard and say, make me feel better.
But you know what? Now, it's taken you 10 years to get here. It's not going to take you 10 years to get out of it.
And watch the word, make me.
Make me. That's right.
Us. Remember I said the hard thing is, as bad as you're feeling, he feels it. And make us feel better. When you get in bed tonight, it's not to make you feel more comforted. It's to make both of you feel happy. And each couple falls into that me.
And it's going to say, I will guarantee, I could say to you right this minute, looking at his face, I've been watching him throughout this entire show while I was talking to that couple, and I'm going to tell you his face has changed. So he's getting it. He understands it. He's willing to work with you. Now you've got to get time. It took you a long time to get this separated. It's going to take you some time to come back together. But take your time. I will guarantee you cannot tell me that you do not feel more comfortable right now than you did when you sat down in that seat earlier today.
Yeah, I do.
I know you do, because you're laying your face on him. When you first started out this hugging thing, you were doing it like this. You were like this the whole time. So you're laying your face. It's going to take time. The two of you have got to do that. And this goes back to what we were saying here. You've been standing there, yeah, Dr. Pearsall was talking to you during a break, but you can also do exactly what you're doing right now. Keep your mouths shut and watch TV. Or just sit there and think about his breathing apparatus. Don't say a word.
Montell's got it right. Every moment you're together now, just make sure your bodies are touching. During the break, we said your hearts will connect. Put that left hand against the heart, right, reach that hand out. Make sure your hands are on your hearts and connect. Don't waste a moment. But you're at the key point. The congratulation is people get divorced around 3 years, 7 years, and 10 years is the pivot. And some couples then do what you do. Have a great marriage, no romance, no lust. Now is your choice. You would either just go this way or say, we're not going to waste a moment.
No, I understand that I made the choice of marriage, and I have told him, even though I mentioned divorce, I refused to get a divorce because I knew what I was getting into, and I'm going to stick through it thick
and do you know what credit you deserve for that? So you should celebrate that together.
Please welcome Amy and Curtis to the show. Amy, you called the show, correct?
Yes.
You called the show. You've been married for less than a year?
Yes.
How old are you, my dear?
20.
How old are you, sir?
22.
22. Been married less than a year, and the two of you are already on the rocks. How far on the rocks are we?
I don't know. We don't really spend a lot of time with just each other. We have 2 kids. I have an intimacy problem. I don't really know how to explain it. I pull away from him when he tries to be intimate with me.
And you think that she's repulsed by you?
Something like that.
And how old is your second child? 6 months?
No, for almost 4 months.
4 months old. Okay, let's talk about this when we come back. She's had 2 babies. How long were the 2 of you together?
We've been together 3 years.
3 years. 3 years, 2 babies, and you're already married.
Mm-hmm.
Did you live together first?
What?
Did you live together first?
Briefly.
Yeah, very
For how long?
briefly. Probably about a year.
Okay, we can talk about that as well.
We'll talk about it as soon as we come back. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this.
For men, you follow what I mean? Hey, we had sex last night. What do you mean we're not connected? That's not connected. There's sex, sensuality, and sexuality. Sexuality is who you are as a man or woman. Sensuality is touching and holding, like you're doing now. Sex is genital contact. The least important of that is sex. And unless we understand that, then we're governed by that. We'll get in bed and say, well, we've been really busy, let's have sex. If you're really busy and don't have time, stop having sex. And that's going to bring us back to this other couple about intimacy. You said you lived together before. Was intimacy good then?
Yeah.
It changed when you were committed.
Mm-hmm.
That's the danger of living together.
After your second child was born, did you realize that there was going to be a definite change in your wife just dealing with the fact that she just had a second baby come out of her? She's trying to get her body back. She's thinking about how to be a mom, and you want to be intimate.
I don't know. I never expected it to be any different than the first child.
Yeah, because you never had a baby.
I guess.
And most men don't. So, Paul, what do we say about that? Because that's where and she's confused because she's thinking to herself, maybe I'm not attracted to my husband. And it has nothing to do with that.
No, it doesn't. And it also is falling for the publicity that everybody has these rampant sex lives because you're at the exact place you should be in your relationship. Every single couple does it. And you're thinking, oh, my God. That's what Montell's pointing out. You've had kids. Your body's been through the mill. Your hormones have drastically changed. Do you know how long it takes for hormones to get back to where they were when you didn't have children? What is the medical data? Do you know how long women here have had babies? It takes a while, doesn't it? It takes a while. So you can't rush it. What you're starting to do is panic because you're thinking, I just don't feel like it anymore. Is that?
Yeah.
And I'm afraid I'm going to drive him away. I don't feel like it. If you'll trust me as a doctor here, it will come back unless you think, I'm not worth it anymore, I don't have it anymore, and you put on too much pressure on her for, quote.
And if Curtis, you're pulling a Dan, and Dan, I'm just using as an example for a second, but because you have not been intimate throughout the last 13, 14 months as much as you want to, I would probably bet that every time he comes to hug you, when you walk away after that hug, he's getting a little grope here or there.